All right, lesson 99. We're reviewing our abilities to do fraction, decimal, percent conversion, creating equivalence between the three. So this is kind of review all wrapped up together that you know how to do these. I hope you've picked your favorite, most reliable, quickest way to do these conversions because you're about to throw it all into one now. Fractions, decimals, and percents are all doing the same thing, is why they're so related and they can all be converted to each other. They're all ways to express a part of a whole number. Notice none of these mean 1. It's not 100%. If it is, it's not really a percent. It's everything. So when we have something like 1/2, we're expressing not the whole pizza, but a part of the whole pizza, right? And we can talk about that as 1/2, but we could also talk about it as a decimal. Maybe that's, you go 1/2, and I want to get to hundredths. So 2 times what is 100? 50, so you put 50/50, and then you do the division here. Easier in your head. 5/10. You just say it out loud, you get 0.5, 5/10. Or maybe you've been doing it the way I kind of like, and they already start showing it this way. 1 divided by 2. This really means divided by. So they got the 1 and you need the decimal. 2 goes into 10 5 times, and then rise up the decimal, right? Then to go to percent, well, you know this one on sight, but really what we can do is think of it as, right, multiply by 100. We put percent here so we remember it's percent. This is just one order. When you're working with multiplication like this, you're going to find you can go in a lot of crazy orders. I know some of you divide, then multiply, stuff like that. I mean, it'll get you there, whatever makes sense to you, and hopefully takes the least steps. So 1 times 100%, you get 100% over 2, and 100, half of 100 is 50%. So that's this one. But what if we started with the decimals? You got to be able to get comfortable with going any direction, from decimal to fraction, from percent to decimal. You got to be comfortable with doing all of these. If you just say decimals out loud with the place value, you say the answers. It's always something over a 10 or 100 or 1,000. So you just say 3/10, and then see if you need to simplify. And this one you can't. 3/10. And then decimal to percent, I think, is easy because you just move the decimal 2 spots. You multiply by 100. So the placeholder 0 makes it 30%. And percent, 40%, percent, remember, means per 100. Percent per 100. So 40 hundredths, you just move the decimal with these over twice. Okay? And then you can reduce this down, 4/10, 2/5. So, I don't know. You just have to get comfortable doing all the different things with these. You have to do them enough that you don't have to sit there and think or go back to the book and do too much messing around that way. We just got one. Well, they got the answers there. It's got one more to practice with, and then I'll let you do. Well, no, the practice is the lesson practice. Well, I'll do one of these here that I think would be good, and you can do the rest. These are just really important practice, and they'll start going fast when you get comfortable with them. How about 20%? I need to go from 20% over. Blow this up a little bit. Percent. To undo the percent, we go back now to the decimal form. Percents, you multiply by 100. Decimal, now you got to divide it by the 100 again. And you get 0.2. And how do I say that out loud? I don't say 0.2, I say 2 tenths, right? This is the tenths place. 2/10. What am I saying? I'm saying 2/10. Can I reduce this? Yeah. Divide both by 2. Now it's 1/5. That's one way I can get from percent to fraction. You do the rest, please. Do your best.